High level of performance doesn't come without a little hard work, and our friend Deirdre Danahar of InMotion Consulting and Coaching joining us with some tips of peak performance. Hello.
Good morning.
Good to see you. And some people are kind of born with that work ethic that just drives them all the time. Some people do need some tips and some help.
Right. And I think even if you're born with a very directed work ethic, it's important to dig into why are you doing what you do. And that's the big why, not I'm doing this because I need a paycheck, but what beyond that paycheck? Because all of us are going to hit a time in our path where we're stuck, we're bored, something has just blown up in our face.
And just paying bills is not going to do it for you anymore, right?
No. I think ultimately what we're all interested in doing is making a life in addition to making a living. So if you can really dig into what I call your big why, and then couple that with signature strengths, you can be very productive in almost any situation.
And how do you get started in that?
In which one?
In
either.
In either one.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one should you start with first?
I think you should start with your big why and understanding what it is that's driving you to get out of bed every morning. What is it that makes you feel like your time here in the world and your time in the office brings something bigger than just the paycheck?
And do you feel like at some point maybe you need to make some changes if the why is just getting out of bed for the paycheck?
Sure. And if you have the circumstances to do that, yes, you may not be able to make those changes immediately, but over time, ideally you can. So if you go and look at your signature strengths, which are different than skills, right? Skills are being able to type or being able to swing a golf club well or those sorts of things. But step back and look at what are the strengths that I bring to the table. How could I use them in work? And how does that support what I'm really here to do?
And an example of a strength for folks?
Something like honesty and valor and love of learning, which is a little, those are a little bit, sounds maybe a little squishy.
It's a little lovey.
It is a little lovey. Right. But they are a little lovey, but they are real. And each person has an individual constellation of these. And I know when I speak to clients, sometimes they say, I'm not sure I want to go in that sort of soft, fuzzy area. There's actually quite a lot of data that says if you know what those are and you use them in your everyday work, time flies and you lose yourself in a task and you perform at incredibly high levels.
And then the second step.
Okay. The second step would be looking to see what your characteristic skills are. And you can do that by going to a free quiz that's on the internet. So it's available to anybody. And it's through the University of Pennsylvania in their psychology department. They have a branch they birthed a branch of psychology called positive psychology. Okay. So if you type in authentic happiness, you can take that quiz.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Tell folks where you're located and how they can get in touch with you.
Sure. I'm here in Jackson, and if you can look me up on the web at inmotioncc.com, you can find my email address and my telephone number there.
Okay. I'm going to go and look that up right now and evaluate myself.
Okay.
Yes. Thanks so much.